Hello and welcome to the channel. Join me as I dive into the mind of Isaac Newton and see if I can figure out what really made him a science genius. Isaac Newton is undoubtedly one of the most significant figures in the history of science. He was an English mathematician, physicist, and astronomer who's had a profound impact on our understanding of the natural world. His work has transcended centuries, influencing countless scientists and thinkers in the process. What's fascinating is that Newton's discoveries didn't just extend the boundaries of human knowledge, they actually reshaped our approach to science and mathematics. He single-handedly redefined the way we think about the universe, space, and time. But what exactly made him capable of achieving such monumental feats? The challenge we face in understanding Newton's genius is that it's difficult to separate the man from the myth. Over time, his achievements have become so deeply ingrained in our collective consciousness that it's hard to appreciate the scope of his innovation. His work seems obvious to us now, but that's only because we're standing on the shoulders of giants like Newton. To truly appreciate his genius, we need to put ourselves in the shoes of his contemporaries and imagine a world where the laws of motion and universal gravitation were not accepted truths. We need to acknowledge the incredible leap of faith Newton took when he proposed that the same force that causes objects to fall on Earth is the same force that keeps planets in orbit around the Sun. One of the most significant obstacles Newton faced was the prevailing scientific dogma of his time. The Aristotelian view of the universe, which had held sway for centuries, was based on a geocentric model where Earth was at the center of the universe. Newton's ideas, on the other hand, implied a vastly different cosmos, one where the universe was governed by laws and principles that were inherently mathematical. Newton's major contributions to science are nothing short of breathtaking. His laws of motion, which describe how objects move and respond to forces, revolutionized our understanding of the physical world. His theory of universal gravitation, which posits that every point mass attracts every other point mass, fundamentally changed the way we think about space and time. The implications of Newton's ideas were far-reaching and profound. He demonstrated that the natural world operates according to a set of predictable mathematical laws, and that these laws could be deciphered through observation, experimentation, and reason. This was a radical departure from the Aristotelian view, which saw the natural world as inherently unpredictable and mysterious. The publication of Newton's masterpiece, Principia Mathematica, in 1687, marked a pivotal moment in the history of science. It was a work of unprecedented depth and complexity, laying the foundations for classical mechanics and cementing Newton's reputation as one of the greatest scientists of all time. Principia Mathematica was not just a scientific treatise, it was a declaration of intellectual independence. Newton was asserting that the natural world was within human grasp, that it could be understood and described through rigorous mathematical reasoning. This was a powerful and subversive idea, one that would have far-reaching consequences for the scientific revolution of the 17th century. In many ways, Principia Mathematica was Newton's crowning achievement, the culmination of a lifetime of curiosity, experimentation, and intellectual struggle. It was a work that would influence generations of scientists, from Albert Einstein to Stephen Hawking, and continue to shape our understanding of the universe to this day. So what made Isaac Newton a science genius? It was his ability to think innovatively, to challenge established wisdom, and to see the world in a new and unexpected way. It was his capacity to reconcile seemingly disparate ideas and to create a cohesive mathematical framework for understanding the natural world. If you're a fan of Isaac Newton's work, let me know in the comments which of his discoveries resonated with you the most. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more videos about influential scientists and thinkers who shaped our world.